can you help me? Mark, I got this biotech. It's a biomarker. It's going to change stage 1 ovarian cancer. Can you help me? How many of these things can I help? How much bandwidth did I have? You tell them, you hope they don't leave confused, and they come back 3 weeks later, what about this, what about that? So there's a real need that it's like, you know, getting the capital formation guy in residence, right? That's kind of like almost felt here at times, but you know, I was getting paid. I just want to help these companies move forward. That's why I'm here today. On the Regulation D, accredited investors only, general solicitation, audited financial. Let me talk about this right here for a minute. The general solicitation. See, that's enacted. That's done. You're supposed to be able to generally solicit today. It's been voted on at the SEC. Let me back up. I strike that. Went to a vote at the SEC, and Mary Shapiro was there, and she was on her way out. What happened was Mary Shapiro kicked the can down the road and said, I don't want to vote on people being allowed to generally solicit right now. We have other things ahead of us. Because here's what happened. Here's what happened, right? On this Regulation D, your document's not reviewed. Let me tell you how that works, right? So you go downtown and you pay a firm to prepare your Regulation D 506 offering. Never gets to the SEC. Nobody ever looks at it. But there's a new component to it. Now you can go advertise for investors with that document. But here's what's unclear. They have to be accredited. Well, can you only approach accredited investors, or do you have to turn down accredited investors? I was in that meeting up at the end of K Street in DC. I asked, I said, well, with the Sprowtt platform, I have the ability to screen? Do I have to make these people screen? Or can they tell somebody who's unaccredited and then turn them down? Well, they don't know that yet. Well, who's going to approve all these ads? If we're approving them, if we have to have the ads looked at for a Regulation A offering, well, are we, and this is an unreviewed offering, are we going to have these ads reviewed? Do the ads need to be looked at? Is anybody going to look at the ads? They don't know. Is it going to be looked at the state's level? They don't know. It's going to be looked at the federal level? They don't know. So what can the ad say? What can it say? So this is something that is on the books, ready to go, that they went all the way right to the end to say, okay, are we going to release it now? And it was pulled back. But you folks got to understand, right? It's like, man, if they say, okay, let it go, and all of a sudden you open up the Tampa Tribune in the morning and you got a solid page of investment opportunities, and you start looking at them, and one guy's saying he's got the next cure for cancer, another guy's saying he's got a rocket that's going to take you to the moon. The next thing you know, everybody's looking at it going, how do you regulate that, right? How do you control all that? And it's a big job, but here's the thing, here's the good news. It's coming. I know they're going to get it figured out. I know that you're going to have the opportunity to generally solicit for investors, and I believe the general solicitation for 506 will in fact happen in 2013. So you will be able to generally solicit for using a Regulation D 506 offer. My only argument is, and you can do that in the state of Florida, no problem. See, but I'm going to bring you back to a quick point. You see that big accredited investors only? You know, today with the crash of real estate, with people having secondary homes, their net worth. What's accredited investor mean? It means their net worth, what they're worth. It can change so rapidly. One minute you got an accredited investor, next minute you may not be accredited. For me, personally, this is what I like. I like the fact that crowdfunding doesn't, you don't have to have accredited investors in crowdfunding. But I more than like that the fact in Regulation A, they don't have to be accredited. Okay, they can be unaccredited or accredited. That's what's nice about it. Now, you can right now put in 506 a certain number of unaccredited investors, but you better not take any unaccredited investors' money who you generally solicited. You can only put accredited investors in your deal. As it stands right now, the way it's written, you can only put an accredited investor in through a general solicitation. Okay? You can still have unaccredited, but you better not have generally solicited them to get them in their deal.